The final chapter. Let's do this.
I don't remember seeing this picture before. The stone and the girl. Dana?
So, the picture is indeed Dana holding the Philosopher's Stone. Which means we should probably go back to the Middle Ages. Still kind of lingering in my head a little bit. He called his daughter Dana, which means this Dana is his daughter. But his daughter was taken, so that doesn't make sense because Dana was in that time.
Oh yeah, I should ask about that picture.
I don't know. Anyways. We're gonna go to the painter. And I'm disoriented, so okay. We're gonna go to the painter. Ask him about this painting. Or we'll just ask Dana.
Dana?
You're from that... Ike?
I was worried about where you were.
Yes, I was pretty shook up too, when I got separated from you.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm really sorry you got
I'm gonna
mixed up
touch
in
your
all
shoulder
this.
for no reason.
I was scared to death, though. It was pitch dark, too. But it only took me a bit to figure out that it was the same place, and I started thinking that maybe it was just a different time. The buildings and the streets are almost exactly the same, so...
Wow, you thought of all that and didn't freak out? Well, I would have for sure.
Well, it took a while to get used to. Things only fell into place lately. I looked for you for a long time, you know.
Yeah, me too. You know, I looked for you for, I don't know, about 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I looked for you too, but I didn't have
Oh,
any
Ike.
Well,
Telling a fib
no use
there.
worrying about what's done. It's been 4 years after all.
4 years.
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess it would be. You do look more, well, I don't know, mature, come to think of it.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing really.
Just that you look old and ugly.
A night watchman helped me that first day. And since then, I've done a lot of different things. I even worked in a mill for a while. But now, I'm
Sounds
a chambermaid
exciting.
at the Squire's Manor House. I feel so content these days. I feel like I should be thanking you.
Why are you modeling for a picture?
The Squire's a patron of this painter, and that's how I met him originally. He said he really wanted to use me as a model, and I just couldn't say no.
I see.
The Squire's daughter was supposed to model, really, but she didn't want to do it, so I ended up taking her place.
So the girl in the picture is you.
Oh, I don't even start posing till tomorrow. I just came over today to work out the schedule and all that stuff.
But the picture will eventually be painted.
Hey, why did you come here today? Are you here to take me back? You know how to, don't you?
Sure. Do you want to? Go back
So-
to our own time with me?
I did, you know.
You
Of course
could
I wanted to.
choose to bring her
No.
back if you had taken the other
Anymore?
branching path.
It's okay.
But
I have
since
no one
we
there.
chose
No
way
parents,
back
no
in chapter
family.
5 to
So I'll be okay here. No
tell
one will worry
Margaret
about
that
me.
she's my ancestor,
No one
that
expected
choice is
anything
locked
of me
out.
back there.
you don't get to choose, should I bring her back?
No one was watching, no matter how hard I worked. So there really is nothing for me there.
So instead it's just like, okay, she makes up her mind immediately. You don't get the choice. And we go forward. Onward.
Dana,
Don't worry about me, Ike. I'm grateful to you, you know, this world, this age. I feel like I've come home after a really long trip.
Remember those words.
That's how right it feels, and I mean that. So please, don't look for me anymore. This is where I'm going to spend my life.
And of course, in this
I've already
branch,
made up my mind.
she tells you,
Dana.
like, about some dude she's got the hots for.
Oh, remember this?
I think she does.
It's the red stone from that day.
Oh, yeah, I kind of need that. I'll be taking that.
That stone's a look. Do you mind if I ask you to give that to me?
But the picture.
Of course, you can have it.
Now the picture's going to look lame.
If it weren't for this stone, I would have never met you. Never would have ended up right here now, talking to you like this.
She seems pretty
I've always
content
thought that there was something
being
very
here, so
important
it's
about
kind of
this
weird.
stone. But that's okay.
You can look
That's the
into that
reason
a
I
little
thought
bit.
about having it included in my portrait. After all, I got to see you again.
You know,
Here you
try to
go.
derive some
Thanks, Dana.
meaning
What
out
are
of
you
it.
gonna do now?
Like maybe she belonged
I,
here originally. I'm just going to throw that out here.
There's someone you know that I work with at the
Do
manor
with that what
house
you
where I'm
may.
being looked after.
And there you go. She's going to talk about
He and I, well,
how she's getting it on
we're
with
going to
this,
start a life together someday.
this
so,
loser.
So I'm going to be staying. I'm really sorry.
Look, I came across time,
Won't you regret
and
No, I won't. It's all right.
it? Okay. You take care then.
came across time to get friend zoned.
Thanks. You too, Ike.
Damn it. Damn it. Ike walks kind of slanted out of that cutscene. That was pretty weird. Swag, I guess. Okay, so Dana's staying in the past. Just she doesn't care about the timeline or anything. She doesn't want to do it for the greatness of mankind, you know. Fix everything or whatever. Or maybe this is fixing the timeline. More to ponder.
Oh, come on in. You do like to show up unannounced, don't you?
That's me.
Father's down in the basement working. You did come
Finally,
to
we
see
can
him,
deliver the stone
not
to Dr.
Margaret,
Wagner.
didn't you?
Oh, stop it.
Hand gesture. Oh,
You
come
have
on
by
in.
chance the Philosopher's Stone?
Just making a big old pot
Yes.
of gumbo.
Is this it? That's the only stone I know that fits the bill.
Ah, in the name of heaven.
You notice how
I should
Ike
start
never
the
touches
preparations for
Dr.
the experiment
Wagner.
right now. It's all right. It doesn't matter if this is not the true stone.
That's strange.
I'm grateful for your help regardless. But if it is the stone,
What would happen if they were
the
to high
results
five
should
right
be
now?
wondrous.
More things to think about.
Please come back again in, let's see, no, make it 10 days.
10 days. Okay. That would be the 13th.
As we all know, the 13th, that's when the house blew up.
Oh,
What is it?
that experiment's dangerous.
That may be, but this is something I want to do. Something I must do.
YOLO.
Please try to understand.
Alchemy YOLO.
10 days from now. By then, the experiment should yield fruit. I will be able to show you the homunculus.
Yeah, about that homunculus.
Science will prove itself capable of creating
I
life.
mean, I already met him.
How I wish she could have been here, Helena. That is my only regret. See you in 10 days, then. Oh, one more thing. Could you keep this a secret from Hugo and Margaret? In knowing Hugo, If he learns of this, he might do something like attempt to bring Elena back from the dead.
Sounds like something Hugo would do.
He can't seem to face his mother's death. Should this experiment succeed, if I manage to find what answers I can in my quest for truth, I shall commit all records of my research to the fire. Now, take care.
Hey, did you manage to see Father?
Uh-huh. What is it?
Damn, what's the matter with Father anyway? He hasn't let me into his laboratory lately. When I went in there the other day, he got really angry with me. And ever since, there's some secret in there he can't tell me about. I just know it. Hey, are you like Father's right-hand man? You know, with tools from the future and stuff?
Of course not. Nothing like that.
Really? I'd definitely ask for your help if I were Father. Then I could make a machine to move through time, like the one you showed me before. I sort of understand how it works anyway.
Wow, really? I'm impressed.
Well, I said sort of. Anyway, I'm more interested in what Father's working on right now.
Hugo, I'm sure Father will tell us one of these days.
Someday.
I don't know about that.
Who knows?
Children, I have something to tell you.
Father?
The timing on that is
I'm
impeccable.
going to start another experiment. But this
Although he
one
doesn't actually
will be
tell
very
us
dangerous.
what he's doing.
So I want you
That'd be
two to
funnier.
leave the house for a
Hugo,
while.
I wanted to tell you everything I've been doing.
Right away?
The sooner the better. I'll send word in about 10 days. Go to our relatives' homes or
They have
anywhere
relatives
else you like.
apparently in this small village.
That's all.
Can I help with the experiment?
No. Both of you have to leave this house.
Tension music. Sounds like Final Fantasy Tactics, kind of.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What does he think he's doing, huh?
Come on. Where should we go?
Who is Pete? Who is Pete?
Sis?
I've always
So
thought about that.
you're just going to do it?
Must be some
Do
Christian
we
thing,
have
probably.
a choice?
But
It's only for a little while. Let's go. We have to get ready.
I guess I'll be going
Yep.
now.
See you later.
Of course. I am sorry we're always in the middle of something.
see you soon, okay?
That's such a weird delivery from him. See you soon. Okay. Sounds like he's about to cry that I'm leaving or something. I don't know. 10 days from the experiment. I bet you the house will be in ruins. Just taking a guess, but I bet. I wonder if it's also a Friday. So it can be Friday the 13th. Move out of the way. Got important time traveling business to attend to. I think there's an EU behind this. Yep. Just in case. I don't know how much I'm going to be traveling.
Hello, is anybody here? Anybody? Dr. Wagner, Margaret, Hugo.
Nobody here but us homunculuses.
there?
Homunculi?
The basement?
The basement? What is this? Big
This
chair.
meter here, is this a time machine?
Or that, sure. 2001, April
That
7th.
can't be. But that sounded like Margaret's voice.
That doesn't
just
seem
now.
right. The 4 there was only one spin dial, how would you get to, like, December? That's 2 numbers. Whatever. I would assume that if you had a time machine, it wouldn't work in values such as like day, month, and year. It would have some like crazy arbitrary value that doesn't make any sense. Because I'm sure actual time would not be quantified by day, month, and year if it was a unit.
Hey, long time no see. Actually, didn't we just see each other today?
Is this Hugo?
Uh-huh.
Well, here's
Really like these
one of the
machines.
twists.
Being able to just project your voice a long distance.
It's not like we didn't see that coming. A little boy
How do you know my number?
standing beside burning building,
Oh, that. I asked someone called
crying. It was obviously Hugo.
You know, you mentioned him once.
How did you get here, and why? Were you the one threatening Mr. Eckert?
Come on, threaten sounds so serious. All I did was propose a deal. Can I help it if he jumped at the chance when I told him what he wanted to hear about his daughter? Oh, and about how I got here. It's pretty simple, really.
Very simple, you know, travel through time, made a machine.
I just made one of my own, you see?
What?
Well, actually, I didn't make it, not exactly. The Hugo of the future completed it and gave it to me. A transport mechanism to time-space marked by phenomena of relevance. You like it? Just like yours. Actually, I think the other stuff may be different, but who cares, right? In any case, I can track and follow your machine.
What about Margaret?
Will you look at that? I'm forgetting the point of the whole thing. Can you drop by? I'll be waiting at the square. Bring Homunculus. We have a few things to discuss. Oh, and by the way, do what I tell you, okay? Otherwise, someone you care about's gonna die. I don't have to tell you what I mean about that, right? Later.
So you're holding your own
Hey.
sister hostage. That doesn't seem like that would work. Doesn't seem like a good hostage scenario. I grab more E-units. And I don't really know where to find Homunculus. Well, I do. I'm lying. But we're gonna go to the town square anyways, because we have to see a cutscene. So there are several branching paths in this chapter. And you're gonna get to choose all of them, so have fun.
Hugo!
I'm not going to tell you
are
which
you?
lead to which endings. I'm just gonna
Oh,
Look,
let it
you're
be
so
sort of this
Noisy. I'm here, right here.
experience like you would have if you were playing it yourself. And then you'll get whatever ending you get. Then you can always go back to the beginning of the chapter, choose different stuff. You can also go back to chapter 5 and choose the other option there to get a whole different chapter 8. So
Hugo! You're the
Yeah.
one that's been trying to kill
yeah,
me.
I know.
Never mind that. Where's Homunculus?
It was hard not to talk about the fact
You
that
heard what I
Hugo was
asked
trying to
you.
kill me.
The Homunculus
But
was
I hope you guys
completed
figured it
because
out.
You showed up. You fooled Father into creating the Homunculus. Isn't that right? I read Father's research notes. They said
My
you
eyes look
brought him
creepy.
the last ingredient, the Philosopher's Stone.
Me?
So,
your father
yeah, the
to
two branches are in
create
chapter
Homunculus?
5 and chapter 8, in
All
case
I've
you're
been
wondering.
doing is trying to stay alive.
So if you start the playthrough over, just advance to chapter 5 to make the first choice,
But it isn't.
and then all the choices in chapter 8 as well.
What I really wanted was to get here earlier and stop what you were doing. But all my machine could do was follow yours. So I targeted yesterday's you because I thought I could manage to get to you before you did the things you did today. I had so many chances, but I still didn't manage to kill you off.
His motive's pretty sound.
Hugo.
He doesn't sound completely crazy.
It's a shame, but there's no way for my machine to outrun yours. and I can't stop the homunculus from being completed. So I'm switching to another plan. If I can't prevent homunculus from being created in the first place, I'll destroy it. That seems to be the only way to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone? What use is that to you?
I'm gonna punch you in the face. Oh.
Hugo?
I'm out for revenge, get it? Homunculus destroyed my family, and you're the one who had him created.
Hugo, I can't believe that's true. I just doesn't seem like someone who
He...
would do a thing like that.
No, he did.
There must be some other reason Father just
I
disappeared
definitely
the way he did.
gave him the Philosopher's
Come on,
Stone,
Hugo.
so
Let's give him a little
guilty
more
by
time.
association.
We'll wait together.
Shut up. That's your problem, you know. Stop treating me like a kid whenever it suits you, all right?
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but
I know that homunculus is made of the Philosopher's Stone. If we got hold of it, we could save Mother.
Of course, now his
Say.
weird zombie mother
What do you mean
dream.
by that?
Now you
I
look a
can
little
save her
crazier.
life. That's the reason I'm looking for that stone. This time, I'll succeed, and she'll be alive again. We'll all go home together and start over. You understand now? Come on, go get homunculus.
Yeah, I'll
Bring
just
her
stop by his
back?
place, you know.
Hugo,
pad.
what do you think you're doing?
You want to raise the dead?
By the way, Margaret, her dress looks much
The
nicer
stone
in
let
color.
Father create homunculus. As long as I have the right materials, this should work too.
The blue hue is nice.
Hugo, you didn't.
Never mind. Just hurry up.
You used that lock of Mother's hair? You've tried this before?
You weirdo.
Hurry up.
Homunculus can't be... He always... Well, he just appears out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with what I want. Yes, he saved my life, but that's about it. It just isn't possible for me to call him up. You've got to understand.
I'll give you 20 minutes. If you don't bring him to me in 20 minutes, I'm just going to disappear. Sorry, sis, but I'll have to leave you behind in this age.
Hugo, what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. Even if I do end up doing that, nothing's going to happen to you. Leaving your ancestress in this time. You understand what that means, right? Go on, hurry up.
Clock's ticking.